Welcome back to the Advisor Growth Experts YouTube channel, where we teach financial advisors how to buy, grow, and sell. My name is Patrick Brewer. I'm the founder of Advisor Growth Experts and the CEO of a $2 billion plus wealth management firm with multiple successful exits over the years. And today, we're going to be talking about how to build an email marketing strategy that actually converts. Paying attention through email marketing is challenging. Right now, there's a lot of AI spam bots that are bypassing the filters and filling up inboxes across the country. Consumers are getting more discerning about the types of emails that they subscribe to and interact to. Some will even report you to spam for the smallest reasons and hurt your deliverability with your service provider. There's a lot of challenges and headwinds as it relates to email marketing, but it doesn't mean that there isn't a massive opportunity for advisors who craft compelling content and deliver it to the right types of prospects and clients. Here's a few things that you're probably doing wrong with your email newsletter, email strategy in general right now. The first is you may not be sending an email at all, or you're just delivering it too infrequently, maybe quarterly, and just updating clients on general firm level information, performance, etc. This is not going to be enough to build a real brand to get throughput to somebody's inbox and get their attention. The second is you may be relying on canned or repurposed content that you got from a wholesaler, an asset management company, another marketing company, but it doesn't really have your opinions and what you believe about financial planning, the markets, investments, and how that would impact clients. So it's just going to get ignored. And then the third is when the email hits the inbox and the client or prospect opens it, you may not have specific enough calls to action to direct people to the appropriate offers or places on your website for them to schedule a consultation with. So now that we have a good understanding of the challenges that advisors face generally in the market as it relates to email and some of the mistakes that you might be making right now, let's take a look at how to build a killer email strategy that's going to allow you to convert more prospects and get more referrals. We're going to break it down into 8 simple steps. Step number 1. First thing you're going to need to do is pick an autoresponder. This is a piece of technology that will hook into your email server and send blast emails to your list of prospects and clients. There's a lot of different options when it comes to autoresponders. Constant Contact, Active Campaign, MailChimp to name a few, and then you also have CRMs like Salesforce and HubSpot that can also send email blasts to the list of contacts. What I would recommend is you keep it simple and cost effective and go with something like MailChimp. This is an email autoresponder that was designed for this purpose of sending newsletters. If you need to increase the complexity in the future to build marketing funnels, you can switch to something like Active Campaign. But for starters, just go with MailChimp. It's cheap, and there's a lot of contractors who are familiar with working on the platform that can build templates and help you send those distributions out to clients and prospects. Step number 2, creating the right email layout. So this is the overall structure of the email. It's not actually developing and designing the email itself, but what is actually going to go into the email newsletter that people will find valuable, and how do you sequence it? So to make this easy for you, what I've done is I've included a template that will walk you through exactly how I've structured my emails in the past so that you can maximize the conversion once somebody opens and starts to interact with the content. So go in the description and make sure that you make a copy of that document and send it to your designer so that they have something to work off of. Another thing that I would mention is in the body of the email, you'll see this in the template, but you're going to want to include a call to action to what's called a lead magnet. This is a free resource that your prospect can interact with that will provide value. So hopefully that they're going to see that you understand their problem and they're going to be more open to working with you. I would recommend using a service called Snappy Kraken instead of trying to develop your own. Snappy Kraken has a library of different lead magnets that are relevant to clients as it relates to investments and financial planning. So make sure you check out their website. Step 3, you're going to want to hire a contractor to build the template. This is not something you want to mess around with on your own. Even though MailChimp has pre-built templates that you can go in and play with, you're going to want to hire a professional who has experience working in the program to build you a responsive template that works across different platforms so that you're not having to troubleshoot this month in and month out. I'd recommend going to www.upwork.com. There's a ton of contractors on there with MailChimp and email marketing experience. Put up a project, hire them, attach the template that I gave you. Obviously, you're going to want to personalize that for your specific niche or practice or focus. And the designer will then be able to take your vision, the layout and the copy, and bring that to life so you have a template that you can use for your ongoing email marketing efforts. Step 4, you're going to need to commit to a distribution frequency. You've got this beautiful template. How often do you send it out to get results? And the answer, you're probably not going to like it, is going to be weekly. However, if you can get comfortable with a monthly cadence, which is the bare minimum, you can work your way up to bi-weekly and then ultimately to weekly. But eventually, you want to get it to a point where you're in the inbox 52 times a year. That way, when people come across issues in their life or their friends and family are going through some type of a financial transition, they think of you. But don't be overwhelmed. Start with monthly and work your way up as you get more comfortable creating content. Step 5, creating the content. You're going to need to spend a couple hours a week building out the content that will populate this email template. Now, initially, it's going to feel foreign to you. If you don't like to write, if you've never been on camera before, it's going to take you a little bit more time than it will in the future because you're going to have to get comfortable with it. But the effort that you're putting in today is not linear. It's non-linear effort. Once you get good, it's just going to keep getting better and better. So the first couple of months, it's going to be a slog, but I guarantee you, if you put in the time anywhere from 2 to 3 or 4 hours a week in creating the video and the written content to align with the layout that I mentioned earlier in this video, you're going to have a great email that goes out to clients monthly, bi-weekly, and then ultimately weekly to get you more conversions. Step 6, sending the email out. Relatively self-explanatory here, but you will need to log into the software and press the go button after you upload your contacts into MailChimp or whatever autoresponder you're using. I'd recommend that you do this the first couple of times just to get familiar with the software. But if you start to send more emails and include different types of campaigns, you may want to hire a contractor on Upwork.com to press the button for you. But otherwise, it should be relatively low stress. Step 7, analyzing the results. Nothing matters if you're not actually getting clients, but it's going to take you a few months, probably 3 to 6 months to really start to see appointments show up on your calendar from your efforts through email. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. A lot of it depends on the size of your email list and how quickly you're adding people to it. But generally, as far as results are concerned, you're going to want to look at a few key metrics. The first is your open rate. If your open rate is falling below 20%, it means that your subject lines and the list in general is probably just not a good fit for the content. So you may want to look at your list to make sure that the right people are on there, and then also try out different subject lines to see if you can get people more interact with the content more. The second is your click-through rate. So this is when somebody opens the email and they click on a link to watch a video, or they click on a link to go to your website. How many people are actually doing that? I'd recommend targeting a click-through rate of about 5%. Anything more than that would be great. Anything less than that, you may not have relevant enough content to create the type of interaction that you want. And then ultimately, you need to tie it all the way back to client acquisition. I wouldn't worry about that for the first 6 months. You're really just trying to get the reps in, creating the content, sending the emails, and then looking to see if people are opening and interacting with it. But ultimately, after a year or so, you want to make sure that you've gotten at least 1, 2, maybe even 3+ clients from your email efforts. And finally, step number 8. And this is the one where a lot of advisors forget to follow through. This is adding new contacts to the email list. If you're just emailing the same list month in and month out, you're not going to get results. You need to be meeting people in the community. You need to be doing other marketing activities, videos, social media. We talk about this in the channel all the time to drive more attention to your email list. Get more people in your newsletter, add them manually, add them through your digital marketing campaigns. But if your list isn't growing by anywhere from 5 to 20 subscribers a month, you need to do more activity. Ultimately, once more people come on the list, it's going to increase the amount of people that are obviously seeing your content, and you should expect better results. So there you have it, the 8-step process to help you convert more clients from email marketing and make more money. If you enjoyed this content, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel, where we help advisors buy, grow, and sell. And what that means is we help you think through innovative marketing strategies to add more clients and improve your organic growth rates, how to source a profitable acquisition and close deals, and then how to sell your practice for premium multiples. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.